boys and girls and lookers of lost souls. This is this is gonna be a longer than I expected it to be. Coverage here of the Brian Laundrie might be a serial killer episode. Last night started hearing some stuff about him possibly being a serial killer, and I thought, okay, total clown world. We've jumped the shark. Send in the clowns. What's going on here? And then I see this about Dog the Bounty Hunter finds terrifying info on Brian Laundrie's Facebook and says he built himself into a killer. All right, so let's go over this. The dog has uncovered terrifying information on Brian Laundrie's Facebook page during his hunt for the fugitive fiance of slain hiker Gabby Petito. The reality TV star who joined the hunt for Laundrie last month shared his findings with the Sun. They break the mold. If this dude did something, it breaks the mold. Now, these two, they might have been a little bit on the toxic side of a relationship, but I mean, she admits to having OCD. Who knows? I don't know. Doug says he believes Laundrie may be a serial killer, and like he goes, this is his Facebook page. I tried just now to look for his Facebook page. I couldn't find it. If y'all know where it is, I think you can put links up. As long as you don't put up the porno. I'm getting hit with those sites now. But anyway. Describing posts on Laundrie's page, Doug said there are pictures of demonic angels standing there with a sword. What does he say? And the throat bleeding, with blood squirting from their eyes. But no, that was Donald Trump that said that about Megyn Kelly. Sorry. Okay, but here's the thing. Did Brian draw this? What is this? Does anybody know? I have no idea. I'm not into the occult. That looks like Frankenstein. I don't know any of this other stuff. I don't know how they got Frankenstein tied down, because I think he was pretty strong. Now here's the one. I love this over here. It says, the image Laundrie allegedly posted to Facebook shows the devil eating pancakes. No, this would be Hellboy. You can tell by the iconic fist, the square jaw, the horns. This is Hellboy. It's a comic character. Pancakes are because pancakes are awesome. Waffles are satanic. Okay. I'm thinking more and more about him being maybe a serial killer, says Dog. I always love how they say real name Duane Chapman. I mean, come on, dude. Let's just go on and say, like, he is the dog. I mean, he needs to be officially that. Nobody needs to call him anything else because he's awesome. I mean, you know, his hair is of Thor's a legend. Oh, jeez. There's so many clowns. So little makeup remover. Doug explained he relies heavily on social media profiles when tracking down fugitives. It's hilarious to me, and how people you put everything up on Facebook. And I mean, I remember there was a time it was like, people were like, how do you know that about me? You're stalking me, you know, and like that was like, there are articles written about people having stalkers and all this stuff, you know. And it was like, no, everybody, you dumbasses, you're putting this up on the internet. The internet's forever. It never forgets. Don't be dumb. Don't put up things. I mean, people put up, I love when they say, oh, we're going on vacation next week. And then you look at their profile, they've got their address listed. It's like, I mean, police have to constantly tell people, do not put identifying stuff in your social media things. Oh, well, anyway, not everybody can be experts like us, right, people? All right, so in Laundrie's case, he said, the dog says that my wife, Francie, Francie, I love it. And I found that Facebook is absolutely, I can say, terrifying. He continued, there are pictures of demonic angels standing there with a sword, throat bleeding, there's blood squirting from their eyes. He said then why Francie saw Laundrie's post that gave her goosebumps. Doug said he also pays close attention to the books a fugitive reads. That's actually really good that people don't think about. Nobody ever thinks about books, period, anymore. I mean, you don't look and see, bookshelves full of books, which is a shame. But still, I mean, it's so identifying. Laundrie, he claimed, is a big fan of serial killer books. The books he reads are unbelievable, he said. This kid Brian was taking those books, obviously, to heart. I think there is some people are very, for lack of a better word, gullible to the, I don't know if it's the marketing, if it's the media hype or what it is, but they find themselves just not worshiping. Well, I mean, maybe worshiping these characters that are serial killers and stuff. Okay, this is what happens when your kid is looking at those kinds of things. It catches on, and it's demons, and it's blood, and it's this, and it's that. Look what that led to. Doc said he believes Laundrie didn't just become a serial killer overnight, but rather a culmination of demonic things he was exposed to. Let me tell you what. I watched. It's disgusting. Don't ever, if you're normal, don't ever look at this stuff. It was Eric Pearl, the journalist that the Taliban beheaded, and they put his video online, and I watched that, and I was like, it's so weird. Like, your body reacts to it in a way that's just, it's indescribable. It's disgusting. But at the same time, it's like, why'd you do it? And I was like, I felt like I owed it to Pearl, to his family. I don't know why. I just, it's just so you know what the devil looks like. And then you go on, you find out there's videos of the Taliban. They have little kids. I mean, we're talking about like little kids, maybe less than like 7-ish, maybe a little bit lower, doing this to people. And you're like, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe this is happening in this world. And they train these people, and they become immune to this. And so they then become just like this. I mean, all that stuff about like CIA training and like getting kids at a young age. The movie Soldier with Kurt Russell in it is, it shows something like that. It was a Nazi ideal to take babies and have the state control them, from birth, from cradle to grave. So it's just, when that happens, you're just brainwashed. And that's what the dogs talk about here. Is it's not normal. Let's see here. Reading is different than any other consumption of media. It takes more effort than staring at a screen half alive. It allows you to use your brain rather than melt it. And there's no author more stimulating to me than Chuck Palahniuk. Okay, that was written by Brian Laundrie. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, I skipped over that. I'm sorry. Killer's made. He was built to be a killer. He built himself into being that by looking at the dark side stuff. Okay, I apologize. So I skipped over here, and it goes down here. Internet sleuths previously uncovered Laundrie's apparent interest in the dark side. The fugitive wrote an Instagram post that he and Gabby read the horror satire novel Lullaby by Chuck Palahniuk. I've never heard of this. This is all new to me. He said, reading is different than any other consumption of media. So that was not the dog that said that. That was Laundrie that said that. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. Lullaby, published in 2002, tells the story of journalist Carl Straightner, who is writing an article about crib death. Ugh. It notices a strange connection between the deaths of the babies and those of his own wife and infant. He then finds out that his wife and child had died after he read them a culling song from a book. Oh, gross. Streeter unintentionally memorizes the rhyme and becomes a serial killer who kills people over minor annoyances. So it's not just a serial killer here, though. It sounds like this is demonic, like the occult type stuff. Wow. A haunting piece shows what appears to be a man wearing a wolf mask holding a bloodsuck. No, okay, well, that's what we saw earlier. Chilling artworks. Another post dated July 15th, 2020 is captioned Grim Reaper leading sheep to the slaughter. Shows a herd of sheep surrounded by ghoulish figures wielding scythes. Laundrie was reported missing by his parents on the 17th. Days afterwards, the dog has continued to scour the Fort DeSoto campground and its surrounding islands after receiving a tip-off that the Laundries had camped there. Let's see here. Okay, so, all right, here we go. I wanted to read this little section here before talking about it because I thought maybe it was going to be his daughter. There's like a daughter that says that he's doing that, the dog's doing this for the publicity. I'm like, yeah, he's he's a TV guy. I mean, duh. The reality TV star's daughter, Lisa Chapman, says big news on the hunt for Laundrie could be revealed today. She tweeted, I'm hoping tomorrow we'll be able to share some big news with you guys. Having to stay tight-lipped for now. Trust the process. She ended the post with a crossed fingers emoji. The tweet sent internet sleuths crazy as Twitter detectives speculated something is happening. Cops and the FBI continue to scour the Carlton Reserve. The Laundrie family attorney, Steve Bertolini, said Laundrie's dad, Chris, had joined cops. Let's see here. No campsites were found. Is it possible that they thought? Yeah, it's a possibility. Sorry. This is the problem about reading this stuff live is that you don't know what you're doing. Oh, hang on here. They're trying to cancel culture the dog. Let's read this. Dog has been served with a $1.3 million lawsuit accusing him of racist and homophobic behavior before and after filming his Axed reality show, Dog Unleashed. He vehemently denies the allegations. I mean, look, I don't know anything about this. I just now read that to y'all. But you know that, like, racist and homophobic behavior, I mean, like, what does that mean? I mean, you are allowed to say racist and homophobic stuff. That's a right, a constitutional right. I believe it was Thomas Jefferson that said, you cannot control what pops into your mind as you're taking a stroll. It rhymes. Just remember that. So that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you actually believe these things, and especially doesn't mean that you have the intent to do anything like this. So whenever I see something like this, I think, okay, wait a second. Are you cancel culturing somebody? Because that's stupid. All right. So, and also I found out that the sun will pay for your stories, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that was a very informative thing, I thought. So Brian's got this whole Facebook page. I never even thought about it. I figured they had one, but I thought it was just like, happy-go-lucky type stuff. You don't think about, I mean, I figure it's probably taken down by now, too. But this is warrants deeper investigation. But I like what Dog said. I happen to agree with what he says. I mean, it sounds right. If you create this culture, you yourself create. Look around where you're sitting right now. What is around you that identifies who you are? Or what have you seen where you thought, oh, that's interesting, but you have no attachment to it whatsoever? You might find out a lot about yourself. It's a strange, weird thing. You think about like a work off, and all these people bring all these pictures and everything else. See, I'm against all that because I don't want anybody to, I saw, Die Hard. They see her pictures of the family and know who John McClane is. And I'm sitting here going, no, I don't put pictures up. I don't do any of this stuff. And, someone made a comment one time about how I had nothing personal in my area. And I was like, yeah, well, you should never go anywhere where you're not ready to leave at a moment's notice. But it's like, I didn't notice that I didn't really have anything there. I just thought it was weird that people did have things, but I never commented on or anything else. Uh, you'd be surprised what other people see that they think about you. This might be the case here with Brian. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm not a Satanist. I don't know any of this stuff at all. I try to stay away from it. But yeah, Dog's got a good point here. Y'all, see what you think. Is Brian a serial killer? Man, this is going to be a rabbit hole. All right. Well, listen, subscribe if you haven't. Like, comment, do all that stuff. Let's do this. Let's do a deep dives on this thing. And until later, y'all, Godspeed. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe or check out another video.